It's Tinabale, and I have a captain's vlog. I am the captain, and my co-host. The fan is in the house. All right, so I got a few things to captain's vlog about. Got a couple of things in the works as I've begun this new series. So, how this came about? Let's go back. Uh, I found out a few things. So I'm going to talk about some books. I'm going to talk about some movies. All right. So that's what the captain's vlog is going to be about, and probably some yarn crafts and crochet talk as well, because those are on my schedule. Um, However, like one activity that I'm doing is like kind of not allowing me to crochet and yarn art crafts at the moment. So yeah, I'll just talk about like the steps I'm at and like the next steps for my crocheting uh, items that I'm crocheting. Okay, so let me get the fan over here. Okay, there we go. Um, so let's start with let's I'll go ahead and start with crocheting just in case I um, enjoyed the book and the series topic so much that I don't get to the uh, crochet and yarn topics. Okay, so crochet and yarn topics. Um, I'm crocheting a skirt, a granny square skirt. I've crocheted all four granny squares. I'm following a tutorial. I'm at the next step of the tutorial. Um, and I do have pause on the next step because the tutorial says to do it one way, but I would like to do it a different way. So I'm like, sure, my way is valid, right? Like, I can try my way. it's it's a different way, and it could work the same way. I mean, but different, right? So, um, yeah. So instead of doing it the exact way that the tutorial says, I'll be halving it. I'll be halving it. I'll do half of what the tutorial say, and then I'll veer my own way, and then veer back to what the tutorial says after I've taken my personal exit flair on it. Okay, I got my own route. Okay, like I got a route too. So yeah, because I would like to add. There's a certain design feature that I would like to integrate within the skirt. Now, if I just follow the tutorial, it won't be the skirt design that I'm going for. It, yeah, and that's okay because her skirt and her okay, so the tutorial that I'm following has like she has like solid colors. Like she has a structure of colors. And I'm not following that structure of colors. My colors are like multicolor. So it gives a different vibe. And I would like to um, um, if I follow the tutorial, it'll be asymmetrical. If I do it my way, then it'll even out the design and leave the design front and center, but also give some likeness on the side. So yeah. I got this. I got this. So that's up and coming. Also, I have some little kitty pom pom yarn crafts up and coming. I was thinking about doing that on a live stream and just vibing out, doing the creating the kitty pom poms on the live stream. So that's up and coming, and that'll do it for the. Oh, and one more thing. My patchwork jacket. Um, I have some stitching to do on that, and I'm about to stitch up my skirt. So I was like, while I'm stitching up my skirt, perhaps I could do the stitch work on the jacket, or and finish the neck border via crocheting in the back loops. Maybe give that another go. Uh, or knit it. We'll see with that. So yeah, that's the yarn crafts, crochet, and knitting. Now, what I've discovered yesterday was that I think I discovered it yesterday. I either discovered it yesterday or the day before yesterday. We're about to get into the books now. Welcome. Thank you for sharing your support. Thumbs up, chat, uh, subscribe. Thank you so very, very much, and congratulations. Um, okay, so that was crochet and knit and yarn crafts. Okay, so now for the books. For the books series, books, comma series, comma because they kind of go hand in hand. Book series, show series, movies. Okay, let's go. Okay, here we go. So this week I discovered a few things. Um, so I heard that there was another I Know What You Did Last Summer um, out and about, and I think I saw some reviews for it. And at first I wasn't really checking for it because I don't too much care for that genre. Like, uh, I mean, but I have watched it. I've watched that. I watched I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. I hadn't watched the one that everybody is discovering. I don't think I might have. I'll always know what you did last summer. I might have watched it. I might not have. Um, and I think that like that genre kind of falls in the same category as Scream. Like that's not my jam. However, I've seen most of Scream. I don't think I watched the first. No, I don't think I watched the newest one firsthand. I only watched that in like reactions and reviews. I didn't watch it firsthand. Um, but I didn't mind what I saw in the reviews and the reactions and trailers. So I didn't mind. I didn't mind that one. Okay, so a reboot, I guess, of I Still Know What You or I Know What You Did Last Summer. Um, so as I see this going on, it's like I'm kind of like, not on my movie list. And then I see like a couple of people that I'm subscribed to talking about it and reviewing it. So I click on it, watch their reviews and things. I'm like, huh, okay, I hear you, I hear you. And I just was like, I probably won't be watching it firsthand. And then I go to my handy dandy book platform, and drum roll please. I see an a banner advertising I Know What You Did Last Summer. And I'm like, what? So I click on it, right? Because I'm in the I'm in the world of books. I'm in the land of books right now. So I click on it and it's the book. Bum, bum, bum. It's a book. I'm like, what? It's a book. So of course I put it on my TBR. So I may read it. I may read it. I probably won't watch it, but I may read it. I've already seen it. I mean, I haven't seen the reboot. You know what I'm saying? But I'll probably read the book because that's like what my book club is about: reading books that are movies and movies that are books. Yeah, it's a book. Oh wow, it's a book. So learned that a couple of days ago, if not yesterday. That was cool. I was like, what? Okay, so that's that book. I have one more book to mention, and then I'll begin mentioning the series that I've begun. The Netflix series. Um, I did begin reading Jurassic Park. There's a new Jurassic Park movie out. Um, my favorite is Jurassic World with the spheres. I like the first spheres, like when they're working, when they're rolling around. I like that one. That was my favorite one because of the spheres. Um, so I so I started reading Jurassic Park the book like either a week or two or so ago. And I went back. I hadn't read it uh, this week, but I was reading it last week, and I had mentioned that the dude was saying that it was something had hurt the boy. Um, when I was reading it, I the first time I didn't understand, but then like the second time I understood what he was saying. So he was saying that the injury was like a mechanical. It was a truck or something, like something to do with like a truck or some type of mechanical something another. A mechanical truck. Um, but yeah, the woman, she was like, "Oh no, this not what that looked like." So she told him to go out of the room, and he was hesitant at first because he being protective and he being sneaky, he being secretive. So she got her camera and took a couple of pictures of the wounds, and then the person started spazzing and dot dot dot, and the person that she told to leave the room came back, and or yeah, something to that effect. Either way, like commotion. Then everybody dispersed, and it was her. I think maybe somebody else in the room, and she went to go get her camera because she thought she had. She was like, "Well, at least I got pictures of it." And she looked around, and her camera was snatched. So, like, dang girl, somebody snatched up the camera. So they was really trying to hide what that looked like. Okay, so that's the book. That's where I'm at in the book. Really, like, kind of just past the beginning. That I'm really like at the beginning of the book. Um, so I kind of do have on my list to watch like Sphere and maybe even Dino. No, it's called Jurassic Reborn and Jurassic De- Des- Destruction, I think. Um, Sphere is a movie based on the same author as Jurassic Park. He has a book titled Sphere. He has a lot of books that are films, actually. So, because I actually discovered the films before I discovered the books. And then I discovered the books, and then I was like, or either I discovered his name, the author's name, and then I was like, could these be movies based off his books? And I do think so. And then it's a couple of them that does have his name attached to it. So I'm like, okay. So I'm getting my got a few of those on my to watch list. Not really too much in a hurry. At just leisurely. Maybe I'll read the books first. I know I kind of was a bit of a stickler with that. Um, Reading the books before I watch the movie. However, there are some films that I've already seen before I even knew they were books or before I read the books. But I enjoyed the books either way. I enjoyed it either way. Like Bird Box, I had saw Bird Box before I read Bird Box, and I actually enjoyed the book better. And same thing with Gremlins. I had been seeing Gremlins and read the book and really enjoyed the book. There's just a little bit difference in the book. The book is actually like movie spot on. except for a couple of passages here and there that I do appreciate. I do appreciate those differences, and I do appreciate how spot on it was to the movie. Yeah. Okay, so that's the books. Let me tell you about this series that I was looking at many, many moons ago, and I actually tried it, and then I stopped watching it and didn't go back to it for whatever reason. Like, I'm trying to think of what the reason was. I just maybe wasn't feeling it because it was. I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Other than maybe I just wasn't feeling it at the moment. So that series is. I'm trying to think. Okay, I think I started with Camp Camp Cretaceous. Yeah, it's called Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous. So I had started with that, but then I stopped it like so long ago, and so now I'm back to it. I actually watched uh, Jurassic World Chaos Theory first. Actually, I watched the first season. Okay, here we go. So I watched the first season and really enjoyed it. I took it one episode at a time. I was like, okay, I'll watch one episode. I watched 1 to 2 to the third episode, see how it goes. Let's go. Let's do this. Since I'm reading Jurassic Park, and I do have Jurassic. I think it's called Jurassic World on my playlist. I have the whole book series on my playlist. I mean, not my playlist, my TBR. So I do plan on reading it. So I'm watching season 1 of Chaos Theory. I've already watched it. I've already started season 2. Like, oh my goodness. If you hadn't seen it, I don't know what to tell you. It's been available for a while now. I kind of knew. I had my suspicions. Okay, I had my suspicions about what was transpiring, and even before it was divulged, even before it was revealed, and then when it was real, I was like, I knew it. I knew it. um, so that was season 1. And then when I got to season 2, I got like into like the first episode, and then I had to stop it. So when I got into season 2 of Jurassic World Chaos Theory, I and Saul started to see uh, that I was correct in my theory, and um, and then I saw who was behind it. I was like, oh, heck no. Oh, no. I need a break. I need a break. So I paused it, took a break. I was like, oh, no. Ugh. I was like, oh, hell no. Really, I was like, so I, I paused it. I got out of there. I exited out of there. I took a break. Oh, I'm like, okay, so I'm finna leave that alone. Leave that, it's right there. Okay, I may revisit it later on. So that's Jurassic World Chaos Theory that I had to pause in episode either episode 1 or 2. Whenever it was revealed who the same person that was in episode 1 of season 1, when I saw that same person, I was like, oh hell no, no you didn't got this boy running around this dinosaur and boo boo boo. So I paused it to catch my bearings because I don't know what's gonna go on after that scene. I don't know what's gonna go on. So I just paused it, did something else. Then I started Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous, and I was like, oh, okay, so yeah, Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous is supposed to be before Jurassic World Chaos Theory. Okay, so I was like, oh, okay, so I kind of watched it a bit out of order. However, the way I'm watching it is fine. I didn't mind it too much. I actually like seeing that they outright. Spoiler alert. I gave myself a bit of a spoiler alert watching it the way I did. I was like, phew, and I like it too. And then, but even though I watched the camp one second, it's still suspenseful. Oh my goodness. It's so suspenseful. And then to the point where I'm like, okay, they all right. They all right. Yay. I'm glad that I'm glad I know they all right. I'm glad I know they all right. That's how suspenseful it is. I'm over here just attempting to get not be in the feelings, but it is so gripping. And I'm like, oh my goodness, stop. Like, you ain't gotta grip me like that. Like, it's emotional. I've been at the edge of tears watching Camp Cretaceous and Chaos Theory. I think I was a bit at tears a few times, with Chaos Theory. Um, but yeah, the tears was bubbling up even more at Camp Cretaceous. Oh my goodness! And I'm like, this is anime. This is animated. What are you crying for? Why are you feeling these emotions? So yeah, it is animated, but so what? So what? So what is emotional? Bravo! 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 Excellent! Muy excelente! I like how I see the because that might have been one of the reasons why I was a bit off putting when I first went to view it. I'm like, yeah, but and then it kind of came on like first person. It came on kind of like first person, so I wasn't maybe I probably wasn't feeling that. Um, and I thought it was. I might have got. It looks like I might have gotten it mixed up with something else. I thought when I first went to view it that it was interactive, so I wasn't necessarily looking forward to that at the time. I wasn't looking forward to any of that at the time, it being animated. it being interactive, it being first person. But yeah, so new day. I have been enjoying it, and um, and I like the animation. I didn't think I was gonna like the animation the first time when I first gave it a go, and I actually didn't give it a whole episode watch when I first went to watch it. I only watched it a couple of minutes in, like maybe not even 10 minutes. Nah, not even, not even. So this go round, I've given it a full go, and I've enjoyed it. I mean, tears popping, feeling the emotions. Uh, Glad I'm watching it from afar, and because I was like, oh my goodness, how long they was over there? They counting the days, and they up to like, spoiler alert, they up to like 21 days. I think I think they up to 21 days. Um, by themselves. Oh my goodness. And they just found, I think they just found food. They just found the peaches in the can. And think I think that's it. They just found a whole container of peaches 21 days in. I don't know what they've been eating for 21 days. They've been drinking water, but the water has stopped flowing, so they're about to see what's causing that. And it's probably something that done created a dam or a nest, like the T Rex was doing. I don't know exactly, but we about to find out later on. Oh, but that's my guess. If something done made a nest or something, blocking up the water flow. I don't know. It could be a tree that fell that's blocking up the water, maybe. But they gotta climb up the water spout. They gotta climb up the waterfall rocks. I guess that's how they gonna get up there and see what's going on. Oh my goodness. So yeah, they hadn't said what they've been eating for 21 days, but they have shared that they just found the peaches. Now, if they could get up where the camp where they were sleeping at, I know it was okay, so I know it was destroyed, but it was some food up there. So I'm guessing maybe that's what they've been eating on. I don't know what kind of food that was up there. It was like it seemed like it was in those like dispensary containers, like you get your coffee beans or your nuts or your seeds or things like that. Um, the little you turn the knob and you put your container under it and some of it pour out. That's what it looked like. It looked like the food was in those types of containers. So maybe they was able to reach that. Maybe that wasn't damaged. I don't know. But they've made a whole new treehouse. Um, and oh my goodness, good thing Ben went with them because none of them were there when the treehouse was destroyed. The camp treehouse. Hey ya. Woohoo! Grazie. So it is cool to see how they were before they became friends, and I do enjoy them being friends. Like before I saw how they came about being friends, I saw their friendship first, and I love and I enjoy seeing how they communicate as friends, how they're open and one of the characters actually pointed it out, and he was like, "You guys get very vulnerable with each other, and it's kind of weird." So he said something like that, and so I enjoy seeing that. Like, yes, like they're all friends. Like it's they it's it's like not two of them whispering boo 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 unknowingly, unbeknownst to the other ones. None of that. It's all of them lay it out. Here it is. We handle it. We get through it together. Ah, like yes, like I love it. Like oh, I love that they come together. They um they they're trusting each other, and well, they do make their points now. Especially they kind of had some good points. Like Yasmin, she was like, "Nah, I think we need to stay here," but then they saw the proof that they had to move along, so they moved along. I kind of was feeling it. I'm like, and then Ben was kind of feeling it too. Like, yeah, we might do need to stay, but nah, nah. They had to be out. Oh my goodness. And then the things that uh is his name Devin? Darius. His name is Darius. His name is Darius. Oh my goodness, the things his character has been through. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. To go through what he went through, to get to the camp, and then what he went through with Ben, and okay, that's camp, and then in the chaos theory, what he went through with Brooke. Oh my goodness. So I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, ain't nobody said it, but I'm pretty sure like he feeling what he feeling. I'm like, okay, so his nightmare was that he let go of Ben. And I'm like, why folk come? It couldn't have been just his hand was slippery from that gobbledygook he was rubbing all over his hand and arm. Like, why folk come? You gotta take the blame. And why folk come? It couldn't have been because his arm was slippery from all that gobbledygook he was rubbing on his arm. But I was like, okay, maybe the gobbledygook was dried. But goodness, all the well, I ain't gonna say blame right there, but maybe he blaming himself. I don't know. He ain't said it all the way. He didn't say it out loud. But then to see him with what happened with Brooke, he did blame himself with Brooke, and I, um uh what's his name? K K um um I'm about to call him the boy in blue. Um he he blamed that this this man. He blamed him uh for Brooke. But they worked it out. They worked it out. Ben told them the ins and outs, and um, I don't know why that other lady didn't tell him the ins and outs, other than Brooke. Like, I don't know if she remembers herself or what. Because I paused it, so I don't know. Because I kind of was taken aback to see that it was the woman from the first episode that had bandaged up Brooke, knowing that this boy running behind this, I don't know, Tyrannosaurus Rex, trying to catch him because he feel guilty about what happened to Brooke. He don't know the truth, but it's revealing little bit by little bit. Because I was like, I bet Brooke parlaying somewhere, and and showed up. I was just like, what? What if Brooke all right and she parlaying somewhere? And that was early into the season. I had came to that conclusion. So yeah, really enjoying it. I do enjoy the animation. It's not off putting anymore. The first time I went to view these films, the animation was a bit off putting to me. But now that I've watched it, I'm enjoying the storyline. I do enjoy their connections, their love and respect for each other. They are a family. They are a family. I like that they brought up um, um, the fact that after camp they all was gonna go to their own home, disperse to their own homes, and they kind of left it at that. But okay, so they left it at that right there at the moment, in the camp and camp Cretaceous. But because I've watched Chaos Theory, I know that they stay in touch. So they exchange addresses and numbers, and Brooke got a map to their house, to everyone's address. She got them all on one. Man, Brooke been leaving breadcrumbs. So I was like, yay! Yes, yes, yes. They made that connection because it be like that in camp. Sometimes it could be like that in summer camps, to where you enjoy each other's companies, and now it's and how do you say? I'm so glad we had this time together. And then you go home. Peace out. Like, but if you want to keep the party going, you got to make those connections. With the numbers and the addresses and things, and make it a priority to keep in touch, if you will, if that's what you like, if that's what you choose. And they was choosing to do that because they had created such a bond that they were kind of like all long faced about leaving each other. So that is so wonderful that they all um, stay connected and care about each other, even each other's families. It seems in chaos theory. I can't think of his name right now, but the boy in blue. Is his name KG? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think his name KG. He had mentioned to Desmond, and I think his name Desmond. I don't know if I'm saying these names right. I'm saying it. If I'm not saying it correctly, I'm saying it close to it. Okay, so KG had mentioned to Desmond that uh, he calls Desmond's mom at least once a week, and talks to her because she, I think he said she took him in or she cared for him or something. I don't know. I hadn't gotten that far. That's just what he said when they first met back up. And after him, KG, being so upset at Desmond about what happened with Brooke, and I mean, I was like, well, what was he gonna do? Get eaten too? Like, what could he have done? Like, uh, yeah. I mean, he could have got attacked by the dinosaur too. I mean, what you want him to do? But yeah, KG was in his feelings. He was calling Desmond a traitor for what happened with Brooke, and just making him feel just horrible. And um, a lot of that was going on in Camp Cretaceous. But one of the characters was like, "Well, what else? How? What else can you say to make the other person feel any worse?" And they hashed things and Camp Cretaceous with that situation, but then in Camp uh, in Chaos Theory, um, that wasn't said like that. Um, um, Ben had some information to tell everybody, like what actually happened with Brooke, and then KG had to come to his senses himself, and they was asking what was going on and looking for clues and trying to get answers. And as they were doing that, they were seeing like it wasn't Desmond's fault, and then Desmond was like um, he found the words to express how he was really feeling, and because he said a little bit about how he was feeling, and then KG questioned him on that, and he was like, "If you really like Brooke, why weren't you there?" And then so uh, Desmond found the words to be like, she didn't like me like that, and so he was like he said he wasn't there because he was embarrassed. So he really was vulnerable with KG about how he felt, what he thought, what was going through his mind. So I was like, okay, thank you, Desmond and KG. Thank you for listening, KG, because KG listened. He listened to the information, and as Desmond was giving the information, the truth, the honest truth, he was very honest and open to KG, and I was here for all of that. I was like, look at y'all and y'all's strong relationship. Uh, so enjoyed seeing that, and yeah, glad I got to see how Bumpy came about. Because when I was first introduced to Bumpy, he was on uh, Samuel. No, not Samuel. Samantha. Is her name Samantha? I think her name's Samantha. I think they call her Sam for short. Uh, he was on her farm and he had done growed up. So, um, okay, so that was in Chaos Theories that he had grown up. In Camp Cretaceous, I got to see him hatch. So that was cool. I was like, oh, okay. So you get to see him um, as a hatchling. Like we saw the egg first before we even saw him. We saw the egg first. So that was cool. And we saw the doctor that created the dinosaurs. He's in there too. Um, Henry or Harry, whatever his name is. I did not write these names down. Okay. But yeah, he looked similar to the one in uh Jurassic World. I think his name John Lee. I don't know. Is his name John Lee Henry or John Lee Harry? I don't know exactly. The doctor, because he say PhD. Uh, so yeah, they showed the lab, and they actually like jump into a cage. I think the first night, and I don't think they know it though. Well, KG did it because he dropped Brooke's phone in there, so he went to retrieve it, and I was like, uh oh. I was like, that looks like that was that looked like that enclosure from the movie, where the I don't know what the the white dinosaur name is. I don't know. The one that could it camouflage? The one that was part raptor. The one the one in Jurassic World. It that I was like, that looked like that cage. So I kind of got a bit hype right there when I saw. I was like, oh yeah, y'all in a dinosaur enclosure, and it was. I think those were velociraptors. They look similar to them. They animated, so they look a bit different. But I think those were, and it was. I think it was four of them. It was four of them, and um, they had to get out, and the gate was closed, and Brooke trying to open the gate, and I was like, I don't know if y'all should open the gate because the thing could right. And then so one of the camp, Dave, one of the camp counselors, tossed a couple of uh, meats inside the cage to have the raptors run over there, so that when the gate opened, they could get out the gate. Okay, so it's four of them. So three of them ran towards the meat, and he only threw two pieces of meat in there. So the fourth one, he was like, "Man, they already got at the meat." So he finna, he said he finna stay over here with this meat, okay, humans. And so while they waiting on the gate to open up, they trying to get out, and he run to the gate. Oh my goodness. It was kind of like the movie. Uh, so, yeah, it was quite a close call. It was a bit of a close call. So they thanked the counselor, and yeah, um, yeah, I think that might have been the first night. Okay, so back to the beginning of the camp. I don't know how many episodes I am in the camp. Not I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't look. But um when it first come on and they're at the camp, when they first get to the game, well actually when they start doing the activities, when they start doing the camp activities, um they just can't get enough of the dinos. Like, oh my goodness, like uh when like an activity is over or it gets shortened, they like, oh, but we came here to see the dino. We came here to see the dino. I'm like, you at camp. It's gonna be another day. Like that wasn't that good. No, that wasn't good enough. They gotta keep on at it and continue to do. That's not enough. And they came to see dinos. They came to see dinos. So every time they get called in, and they actually got a curfew at 9 sharp, and they gotta have the lights off. Uh, so that the dinos aren't um, attracted to the light. Uh, Maybe that's what happened to their camp. But it shouldn't have been a light on because they left in the daytime. So I don't know. But yeah, they okay. So even a 9 o'clock curfew where the lights gotta be off, they like, oh, but we're here to see dinos. We're here to see dinos, and I'm just like, yeah, y'all just ain't happy to be at the camp, huh? Y'all done seen the dinos. You was in the cage with velociraptors. Yeah, yeah. I think they were velociraptors because he was looking. They had fell on some bones. Or they had fell amongst some bones, and he was like, find the mouth, so he could do the whistle thing with the mouth. Uh, but KG didn't know anything about bones. Desmond, they keep calling Desmond the nerd, the dino nerd. Desmond knows the most about the dinos out of the whole group. Uh, he studied them. He know like when he hear a roar, he knows what dino that is that made the roar. Uh, he know about the steaming pile of dung. He know what dino created it and why they created it, and he loves dino facts. Uh, and being at this camp, actually, his father was supposed to come to this camp with him. Um, and if his father had came to the camp with him, it looked like he would have been the only parent that came to the camp because the other parents didn't come to the camp for their own reasons. Like everybody got their own reasons of how they got to the camp. The camp is exclusive, okay? Not everybody get to come to the camp. So they all there for they all got there by different means. Okay, KG can't got there because his father, something with his father, uh, making moves with the big money bag companies. So that's why he's there. And he said he's been there several times, so he knows the park in and out. Uh, Sammy, she was trying to help her family, so that's why she's there. Um, and I don't know exactly how she got there, but maybe the company that wanted her to go there, maybe they funded her stay to go there. Brooke, she's there because she's an influencer, so that's how she got to go. And Yasmin, um, I don't know why she got to go, other than maybe she was sponsored because she's an athlete. Oh yeah, um, Jurassic World is her sponsor, so that's why she got to go. So everybody got to go for their own reason. But yeah, they was tripping me out when they first got to camp. Tell my son, "Oh man, we came to see Dino. We came to see Dino." I'm like, y'all don't want to wait another day. Like they just want to They just want to sneak out. They snuck out and to see some dinos. And y'all just don't want to stay in and stick to the schedule to see the dinos, huh? Because it was a whole schedule plan, but um, It started raining. It was a storm. Oh my goodness, they was not prepared. You might as well had a thought Jurassic World camp. What's it called? Camp Cretaceous. You might as well had a thought it was made out of tissue. The way that, the way it was the. That storm, boy, they was not prepared. You might as well had a thought the whole Jurassic Park was made out of sugar. The way that, the way that, I was like, they was not prepared for no rain. Nothing was waterproof. Oh my goodness. So, oh my goodness. Oh man. So, um, there was a dude there named Eddie, and people was passing around a card so it could be signed because it was his birthday, and they had a cake for him and everything, and so that was at the laboratory. So okay, so the children are at the camp. The camp is on one end, the laboratory on another end, and then like the Jurassic Park, what they call it, Main Street, that's on another end. So all of this, it's on the same island, but it's on different ends of the island. So it take them a while to get from here to there to everywhere. Like, oh my goodness. And they need a map. So they had a map. And they had a little, like a tablet that was showing them where dinosaurs were so that they could do their best to avoid them. But like one of the carnivore dinosaurs didn't have a tracker on, so they couldn't track it. And then um, the camp counselors was trying to get something resolved. They was trying to talk to the boss, but the boss had their hands full because the dinosaurs had a couple of the dinosaurs that got out of their enclosures, and then so the summer campers are like on their own. The counselors are trying to catch up to them and get to them. Um, the campers are trying to avoid the dinosaurs, but it's also taking them off path a bit. And then the ferry was leading. Oh my goodness! So, um, but okay, so that's when stuff was popping. That's when after the storm had came about, after the rain came, um, it was on and popping, and they all had to work together. Um, but yeah, when they before all this started, and they was just ordinary summer campers at a summer camp at Jurassic World, of course. They was like, but we came to see dinosaurs. We came to see dinosaurs. And then, cause that kind of was, I just was like, why don't y'all just stick to the schedule? Okay, 9, like me, I'm okay, 9. Okay, lights out, because we ain't trying to, you know, you know, have the lights off, um, to avoid any attention from the dinosaurs. But no, they want to sneak out and look around. So I'm just like, okay, I don't. What child was you? Was you the sneak out and look around at some dinosaurs child, or was you the 9 o'clock lights out child? So but yeah, it's good that Ben went with them because Ben was gonna stay. So oh my goodness, I'm glad Ben went with them, even though we don't know where Ben at right now. Uh, Cause he is out. Oh my goodness, Ben is out. He out cold, and I don't know, like if he's still out cold or what. Like he just, oh my goodness. So, uh, but yeah, they ain't want to stick to no schedule. They wanted to see dinosaurs right then and there. And now they like, ooh, I'm tired of these dinosaurs. now, now after they done had to do and endure and run, oh my goodness. They like they were like, can we get 24 hours without having to run for their lives, please? So they really just wanted like 24 hours just to be regular children, not have to think about uh, getting chased by dinosaurs and things like that. And Samantha was like, well, it was fun while it lasted. So, but yeah, they really been fast on their feet, boy. Goodness, they've been fast on their feet. Okay. Well, let me get back to Ed, the birthday boy, or the birthday man, or whatever. I don't know what you want to call it. Okay, so they get to the lab in a van. Okay, get out the van, make it into the lab. Ed gives a jump scare. It's a few jump scares in these episodes. So much so that I have been screaming a bit. I'm like, but then I rewind it and watch it, and I'm good. I'm good. Like I'm good. Like that first time though, okay. But I mean, like it got me the first time, but the second time I was like, okay. So I just was like, why can't I keep that the first time? But I guess because I'm so hyped that it just come off as a jump scare the first time. So it gives a jump scare. All right. He got the birthday candles lit up on his cake. And I'm like, I know that cake sitting there with candles. So they eat the cake. Um, Ed mentions something like he mentions the distance to where they are and where they need to get walking, and the children, oh my goodness, I did not, I just thought about it. I meant to change the title. Just hold on. Oh my goodness, I was just so hyped. Okay, so let me change the title of this. I thought I did, and I realized that I didn't. What's today's date? Okay. All right, there we be. All righty. Hold on. Staging. Okay. All right. So back to Ed. All right. So Desmond is like, um, happy to see Ed because his plan was to get to the lab. Maybe there'll be some adults there that can tell him what to do because they are a handful of children. So they get to the lab, right? In the van, right? And so it tells them it's something to the effect that it's too far to walk from where they are to the park or the gate or something. Maybe they're trying to get to the park because I think Main Street is on the park, and the park is, I don't know exactly. I was gonna say is where the ferries are. I could be right, but I'm not exactly sure. So I know Main Street is close to the ferry dock, I think. Okay. So the children, okay, so Desmond asked Eddie, okay, what do we do? You're an adult. What do we do? Eddie starts laughing. And as I'm saying this out loud, it's kind of resemblance of Ed from Lion King. When Ed from Lion King was laughing, it was kind of like a similar laugh. He kind of had like a crazed laugh because he don't know what to do. He even tell them, he was like, I don't know what to do. None of us boo boo boo, like they weren't planning for that. They don't, I don't guess they knew what to do. I think that's what he says. So uh he starts laughing hysterically. He's like, you asking me what to do? You asking me what to do? He was like, hey, I was just hiding out. Y'all came running up on me. So, and then he was like, did y'all make sure y'all closed the door? I was like, okay, y'all, hopefully y'all made sure y'all closed the door because I was wondering that with the secret passageways. But then I did see that the secret passageways eventually closed on their own. Um, but it seemed like after the power went out, the secret passageways didn't close. But I'm like, well, maybe they didn't close because they weren't on the backup generator. Only the lights were. So whatever. So yeah. So here it goes. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. They say we drove here in a van. We there's a van outside. He was like, there's a van outside. We're saying we out of here. So he runs. KG says, I left the keys in the van. So Ed running. He laughing. He getting out of here. He was like, hey, I'm safe. I'm free. So he run to the van. He turned the van on. I'm like, why don't you pack the children and all y'all get out? So he left the children, y'all. And Yasmin, she a track star. So she trying to catch him. Boop, boop, boop. She trying to catch him. She on his tail. And out of the blue, here come the horn dinosaur. Bam! I'm like, oh snap! I'm like, well, it was a good thing y'all wasn't in there. Hey, that was a good thing they weren't packed in there, boy. Oh my goodness. So, Ed got out the car. Got out the van and ran under the van. I'm like, why you do that? Why? Why? Oh, I'm like, why? Why you didn't stay in the van? Because I'm kind of like, stay in the van, stay in the van. But he get out the van, get under the van, and then I think that was the horn dinosaur. That was either the horn dinosaur or the T Rex. And the T Rex, one of them, whichever one, I think it was T Rex. And the horn dinosaur, not a carnivore. It's a big dinosaur that's called they called Toro, something like that. because he got two horns on his head. He a meat eater. So it was either that one or the Tyranno- Tyrannosaurus Rex. And he knocked that van over, and oh my goodness. Mm. So I was like, woo, okay, that was good. Y'all didn't get in that van. Cause, woo, that worked out for y'all. And then cause Yasmin tripped over Bumpy. Bumpy is uh, the omnivore dinosaur that they saw hatch in the lab when they were there. Um, she tripped over him while she was running to catch the van. And so she was mad at Bumpy. She was like, if it wasn't for Bumpy, I would have caught up with him. And Ben gave her some perspective like, look, Bumpy saved your life because if you had caught up with that van, you you saw what happened to Ed. Bumpy saved your life, okay? So she calmed down and oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I wanna liken it to um Rim of the is it called Rim of the World or Rim of the Earth? I think it's called Rim of the Earth or Rim of the World. It's a camp movie as well, but it's not as many it's not as many it's not as many characters as this. In this animated series, it's a lot more characters. It's like double the characters. Um, and similar things happen, transpire. Similar things transpire. I've seen Rim of the, I think it's called Rim of the World or Rim of the Earth. I've seen it a couple of times, and it does have specific jump scares to where I kind of recalled where they are to brace myself, and then sometimes if I don't brace myself, I kind of get caught off guard and do the jump scare and do, and I'm like, oh man, they got me. I was like, I knew it was coming. Um, but yeah, so I've seen Rim of the World. It's either Rim of the World or Rim of the Earth. Um, I've seen that a few times. Uh, so I kind of was like, oh, this kind of like that a little bit, not exact, but the thing that they do have in common is they start off in camp, so that's what they have in common. They start off in camp, and they do work together, and then towards the end, they have to rely on each other. It takes so that's about all they have in common. Uh, I'm liking these characters. Um, I like the connections they made and all the things that I mentioned earlier about their friendship. They're really uh, They really was been there for each other like since the beginning, kind of, sort of, like getting to know each other. They've been there. They didn't uh, they weren't standoffish so much in the beginning. They were a bit, just a tad, a couple of characters here and there, but they finally grow close together swiftly, pretty swiftly. And Rim of the World, I think it's called Rim of the World, Rim of the World or Rim of the Earth, whichever. They took a long time to get close to each other. Like, uh, they, uh, it's been a while since I've seen it, but I, they might not have gotten together, like gotten close till like towards the end of the movie. They also was younger in Rim of the World. I think I think they were younger compared to this series here. Perhaps. Yeah, I think they were a bit younger. I don't know exactly because I didn't hear any ages, but just from the looks, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so Brooke said she started her channel at, or she came up with the catchphrase since she was 10. So she's not 10. I'm trying to think. What are their ages? Um, I think they're a few years older than Rim of the World characters. Rim of the World characters. I think they were like, maybe 9, 10, 11. I think. I don't want to say 12, 13, 14. I don't think they were that older. I think they were like 9, 10, 11. They might have actually. No, no, no. Because I think one of them, I think they were talking about being a preteen. So one of them was falsifying their age, but somebody pulled their card. So I think they were like maybe no older than 12, perhaps. And Rim of the World. Maybe one of them. I think maybe one of them was 14. Maybe. Maybe. And Rim of the World. Uh, 13 or 14. Maybe. Was he 16? I don't know. I wanna say they was young. Like 12. Anyways, um and these characters, they're like maybe maybe 14 14, 15, maybe. Like no older than 15, maybe. What did I say? I said 14. Yeah, I think they all around 14, 15. Maybe. I don't know. Um, Maybe a couple of them are older than that. I don't know. I don't know their ages. I'm just guessing. I'm just guessing, and I'm probably wrong. They could be older than that. They could be 16, 17, perhaps. I don't know. It could be 16, 17. Maybe. I don't know. So, yeah. Jump scares. Okay, so Rim of the World, it has maybe, for me, when I watch it, it has maybe three jump scares in it that I can count. Like, it has at least three that I can remember. That I can remember and be like, okay, here it go. Okay, here it go. Something like that. Like, it got like three main ones. One main one for sure. I remember. I say, okay, I think it's around this time. I think it's gonna happen. And if I brace myself, I can hold down. But if I'm off a bit, then I might get the jump scare. Uh, but this series right here, to bring it back to the topic at hand, that's in the title. This series right here, I don't know how many times I done. I don't know how many jump scares in this thing. Like, oh my goodness! I thought I could brace myself and not jump and stuff like that. Uh-uh. I hadn't been able to not jump so far. Yeah. So it's been jump scares. It's been suspense. Uh, I mean, it's what is it's in it's I want to say it's enveloping. It's like you on the adventure. I ain't trying to be on the adventure. I'm just trying to watch y'all be on the adventure. Uh, but yeah, I did find myself uh, rushing them about like go 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 like that. I found myself doing that. I found myself shushing the characters like shh shh when they supposed to be ducking down and being quiet. Oh my goodness, I have enjoyed watching this series. I've been tucking my legs and curling my toes, in the fetal position and everything with this series. Like, whoa! I've been about to cry with this series. I've been laughing with this series. I'm like, yay! This is a great series. It's a great addition in reading the book and watching the movies and Yeah, it's a great addition. It's a great collection to watch. If you like Jurassic World, like I do, uh, for the Spears, you really get your feel. You got a few of the things that show up in the movie, in this animated series. Wow, it's an animated series, and it got stuff that show up in the movies, and it also has some new things that I'm enjoying that is presenting. So thought I'd rave about it. That's my binge review. My binge review of everything I viewed all in one. Uh, I'll be sharing this in another format as well to accompany this live stream, just like the movie, the book, the novel, the movie, the animated series accompanies one another. I thought I'd get in the spirit of accompanying what I've been enjoying, and I'll share this also in another format. Uh, yeah, so that's what's on the horizon. And it's actually in the works. Actually, it's coming together. It's been coming together. Actually, I started working on it before I started this live stream. So that'll be available as well as the Jurassic Park book, the movies, this animated series. Like, yes, enjoy it. And uh, I do like the camp and how it comes on and how it goes off. Um, I like the song that's played when it's going off, and I like how it comes on. I also with with um with chaos theory. Oh my goodness, I didn't talk too much about all the episodes. I just talked. Well, I guess I did. I talked a bit about a few episodes. I didn't mention when it first the I guess I could say the second it started popping off. Um, but I do like every time it goes off different differently in chaos theory. In chaos theory, it goes off differently, and I like the still that it shows, like from the episode that's going off. Uh, it was one I was enjoying each episode how it goes off, and it was one episode that I started laughing. I was like, That's how it's gonna. That I was like, that's how it's going off, and it just kept on with it. I was like, that's so cool. I just started laughing because it was so that was so cool. How the sound that was playing as the as the episode was ending, I was like, yes, yes, I love it. Like I like that it ended like that. I like the sound that was played, and it was played continuously as the show, as the credits were rolling. I was like, oh my goodness, the sound's still playing. I was like, wow, that's so cool. That's so cool. So yeah, looks like the Camp Cretaceous has the same song played at the end of every episode so far. All right. Okay. So that was a bit of my verbal review of the two series that I am enjoying. Uh, like I mentioned earlier, there'll be an additional uh, gathering of words, if you will, of the series as well. So yeah, I like it. I didn't know it was so close to the movie. I didn't know. I didn't know it was so close to the movie. And it, I don't know. I'm not too far into the book, but I did hear about scenes from the book, and because I heard somebody say if you take the pterodactyl scenes from one of the movies and you take the raft movie from the new movie, the raft scene from the new movie, and you take it was another scene from another movie. If you put all that together, something about it would be cool. It would be what's in the book. So, um, in this in these series, the pterodactyls have showed up. The raft has showed up. The rafts, yeah, the rafts have showed up, but I don't guess like in the capacity of the movies. Um, it is cool to see them referenced though. So yeah, now I gotta catch up with my reading. I don't know if this is if there's if I think these are original series. I'm not exactly sure. So what I was about to say was I don't know where they are in the book, like where this series is in the book, how they come about. I don't know. This might be an original series, and it's just close to uh, the movies per se. Like uh, I don't know if it's a spin-off per se, or if it's just its own thing. Could just be its own thing. No, it can't be a spin-off. It must be just its own thing. So I am, uh, like I said, liking the likeness. I'm enjoying the likeness that's presented in the in this series, along with the newness, the newness that's presented in the series. So I'm liking both things. So kudos, excellent, hand clap. Thank you so much for presenting this and creating this entertainment. Yeah, yeah. All right. I do think that is all. I mentioned the yarn crafts, crochet and knit. I mentioned the books. Woohoo! That are on mine now on my TBR. That are movies. I mentioned movies. I mentioned series. I mentioned book series. Yep, that was it. Check, 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 check. This has been the captain. Cinnabar Lane. Have a great day. Oh, I forgot to turn off the thingy. It took me a while to put the sign on, and then now that I'm back, I forgot to take the sign off. Technical difficulties, much. I think I was heard with the sign on. Oh, oh my goodness! I kind of want to mention one more thing. Let me mention one more thing because I do like this series. Um, I had a question. Um, when the two summer camp counselors were went to the boss's office, and they were put in like a side room to wait for the to talk to the boss. And they had been there for a while. They left the summer campers. Okay, they left the summer campers to go talk to the boss to let them know that the radio was down and whatever else. I don't know what else they could have wanted to talk to the boss about other than the radio was down and the storm was coming. Because that's when they wanted to go talk to the boss, was when the storm was coming and the radio went down. Okay. So that's the scene. That's the setup. So they in this room. They've been tucked in this room, told to wait because the boss is dealing with uh, the couple of dinosaurs that done got out of captivity, right? Okay. Now, I don't know her name. Do they say her name? The female, the woman camp counselor takes a hairpin and opens up a cabinet. Yeah, a cabinet. And when she opens up the cabinet, she, it's like rows and rows of walkie talkies. And when she opens up the cabinet, you can hear the communication on all the walkie talkies uh, when when it's when it's speaking, when the person is trying to communicate on the walkie talkie, it's green. I guess when something happens to the walkie talkie, the light turns red. So it's like, I don't know, at least 5 rows of walkie talkies, 3 to 5 rows of walkie talkies standing up straight in a row. And when she opens, it doesn't seem like you hear anything. It doesn't seem like any sound can be heard other than the two summer camp counselors talking to each other. When she opens up that cabinet, you hear all the walkie talkies going off. And I'm like, they couldn't hear that when the cabinet was closed? That that's that's a soundproof cabinet there. That's what I said. Like when she opened that cabinet and then you hear Come here, come here, come here, come here. All of them was talking and saying stuff and letting whoever know that the dinos have gotten loose in this area. This dino got loose in that area. This one, oh my goodness. It was every single one of them. They was, oh boy, oh boy. I mean, they was green, and then just as soon as they was green, they was red. Oh my goodness! I was like, y'all can hear them walkie talkies with that cabinet closed. I don't know, cause she wasn't opening it because she heard walkie talkies. She was opening it to see. I don't know what she was looking for. Some type of form of communication, maybe. I don't know. But like, soon as she opened up the cabinets, you hear all of this. And I just had a question. I just was like, wow, that cabinet soundproof. Oh boy. And it's one more thing. Well, two more things. Um, one thing I mentioned, but I'll elaborate a little more. So when they all sitting around the tree, when all the summer campers are sitting around the tree, and Yasmin pull out this big old sheet of paper and pencil, I'm like, where she pull that out of? I'm like, what, where did she just pull that out from? What? It reminded me of like a game you play where the character just pull out whatever you need at the time you need it. Like if, when you switch through the different settings, like, oh, you want a character that holds a piece of paper and a piece of drawing pencil, then you move the arrow to that character, and then whoosh, the character arms move back, and then when they come back forward, they have the pencil and the paper. That's what it reminded me of. I'm like, okay, y'all was doing real good with being fluent with this stuff. Except for another thing when they was running. I was like, how the rest of them kept up with Yasmin? But okay, uh, 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 the magic of animation, the magic of animation. And I had mentioned that I like how the characters look. Let me elaborate. Um, the characters go through different things, and you can the animation keeps the integrity of what they went through on their person. So, like, they went they went through uh, they went through the jungle. They went through mud. They went through dirt. They went through trees and leaves, and all of that is collected on their person. Like they went through dirt. They all of that is collected on them, uh, and it stays on them. Just because it's a different day doesn't mean, oh, they don't look like they didn't just go through what they went through. Um, they don't change appearances until they take a shower. Like one of the characters takes a shower, and because he's taking a shower, I'm just going and And then after his shower, his clothes are freshened up. Like, it looks clean. Looks like he either had another set of clothing that was the same thing, or this is what I thought, that he washed out his clothes. And the other characters, their clothes still look like perhaps they hadn't bathed or they hadn't washed their clothes. One of the characters gets a rip in their shirt, and that rip stays in their shirt. So I'm like, okay, I'm liking the details. I'm liking those details. So when those other little things, when she pull out that piece of paper and that pencil, I'm like, okay, I can giggle at that. Um, when they run and keep up with Yasmin, when she running behind a van and he was going as fast as he could. Um, I was like, okay, I can knock that off. I was like, okay, okay. Uh, so yeah, I like that they kept the integrity of what they was going uh, throughout so far with Camp um, Camp Cretaceous. So yeah, I'm liking to see that. I think I did think of Disney princesses though when Brooke and I think it was Yasmin. I think it was Brooke and Yasmin talking. I was like, look at them two Disney princesses talking about a tree. I was like, look at it. So they did look a bit like princessy. The animated uh, that animated look that cartoons have, or what do you call those computer generated cartoons? I don't know exactly how this one is created just yet. I may find out though. But yeah, they was giving a bit of that. Not a lot though. Like they didn't look too cookie cutter. They had characteristics, so I do enjoy seeing the different characteristics that each character has. Because I saw season one of Chaos Theory first, when I started watching Camp Cretaceous, when the older brother came into the room to talk to the younger brother, I thought the older brother was Darius till I continued to watch it, and I was like, Oh, okay. Darius has an older brother. Darius is the younger brother of his older brother. Okay. So yeah, I thought they were the same because they look a lot alike. So yeah, but no, when he went to camp, he was younger. So yeah, those are the things that I wanted to mention here. We'll do some other things that I mentioned in the next format as well. So I do thank you for lending your ear. Thumbs up. Thank you so much for chatting with me. Uh, Thumbs up. After the live stream, you can comment your comments and subscribe to the channel at any time. And thank you, thank you, thank you. Toodaloo now. Let's see. We're gonna put. What's that? I'm gonna say. Um, Thank you. And give you a bit of a bop as we pop on out of here.